Imagine waking up every day with unwavering confidence and courage, knowing there's no challenge too great for you to conquer. It's not a distant dream. It's a reality waiting for you to claim. Fear is a natural part of the human experience, and it's something everyone faces at some point. It can manifest in many forms: doubt, anxiety, insecurity. But it's how you respond to that fear that determines whether it will hold you back or propel you forward. The first step in building unbreakable confidence and courage is to embrace your fear, rather than avoid or suppress it. Fear can often feel like an enemy, something you want to run away from. But in reality, fear is simply a sign that you are about to step into new territory. It is the boundary between your comfort zone and the unknown, and it serves as a reminder that you are on the verge of something greater. Fear is not the problem. It's your relationship with it that matters. Too many people let fear control their actions, allowing it to dictate their decisions. The key is to see fear not as a barrier, but as a signal to act. When you feel fear, it's a clear indication that you're about to grow, that you're about to challenge yourself, and that you're about to do something that matters. Recognizing this shift in perspective is incredibly powerful because it helps you stop fearing fear itself. Fear doesn't have to be a paralyzing force. In fact, it can be your greatest motivator if you choose to harness it. When you step into fear, you take ownership of your life in ways that will transform you. For example, think of the first time you did something truly challenging, whether it was public speaking, taking on a leadership role, or simply doing something outside of your usual routine. The fear you felt beforehand was real, but the action you took in spite of it created an immense sense of accomplishment. This is the magic of fear. It makes success even more powerful. The truth is, fear is not a fixed, unchangeable emotion. It's something that shifts depending on how you approach it. The more you embrace fear and move through it, the less power it has over you. When you continually challenge yourself by stepping into fear, you begin to realize that it's not as powerful as it first appears. You'll notice that fear doesn't control you as much as it used to. Every time you take action despite fear, you're proving to yourself that you are stronger than it. To embrace fear fully, you must first acknowledge that it's not something you can eliminate. Fear will always be there, but your response to it is what counts. Instead of running from it, lean into it. Question what it's trying to tell you. Often, fear simply means you're on the cusp of something bigger than you've ever imagined. It could be a new opportunity, a new challenge, or a new version of yourself. Once you understand this, fear loses its grip on you. It's also important to remember that fear doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. It's a part of the process. The most successful people in the world still experience fear. They just don't let it stop them. They use it as a compass to guide them toward their greatest achievements. They've learned how to turn fear into fuel. When you face fear with courage and the understanding that it's part of the journey, you build resilience. Each time you confront fear, you expand your capacity to handle bigger challenges. The more you face your fear, the more confident you become. This doesn't happen overnight, but with every step, you'll start to realize that fear no longer has the same power over you. It becomes a tool, a resource, rather than something to avoid. With time, embracing fear will become second nature. Instead of avoiding discomfort, you'll seek it out because you'll know that it's in the uncomfortable moments that your greatest growth happens. So the next time you feel fear creeping in, remember, it's not a sign to stop, but a signal to move forward. It's an invitation to grow, to stretch your limits, and to take the leap into something extraordinary. By embracing fear, you take control of your life, and in doing so, you unlock the unbreakable confidence and courage that will carry you through every challenge that lies ahead. Setting bold goals is one of the most powerful ways to build unbreakable confidence and courage. Many people make the mistake of setting goals that are too small or safe, but this only limits their potential. When you set goals that challenge you, ones that push you outside your comfort zone, you start to unlock your true potential. Bold goals are those that scare you just a little, goals that make you question whether or not you can achieve them. They are the goals that force you to grow, to learn, and to evolve. The beauty of bold goals is that they don't just force you to take action, they inspire you to take bigger actions, to go farther than you ever thought possible. The first step in setting bold goals is to dream big. Dream beyond what you think is possible for yourself. Don't limit your goals to what feels safe or easy. Instead, aim for something that excites you, something that challenges the boundaries of your abilities. This doesn't mean you should set impossible goals that are completely out of reach, but it does mean you should stretch your limits, aiming for something that requires you to evolve into a higher version of yourself. When you do this, the goals you set become much more than just a checklist. They become a roadmap to a better, stronger version of you. Setting bold goals forces you to tap into your inner strength and resourcefulness. The process of pursuing these ambitious goals will push you to discover new skills, new knowledge, and new ways of thinking. It requires a level of commitment and discipline that helps you build character. As you work towards achieving bold goals, you begin to realize that you're capable of far more than you initially believed. It's in this pursuit that your confidence grows. Every time you overcome an obstacle or accomplish a milestone along the way, your belief in your abilities becomes stronger. Another key aspect of setting bold goals is that they help you embrace failure as part of the journey. When you set goals that are big, it's almost certain that you'll face setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. These obstacles are inevitable, but they are not signs of failure. Instead, they are opportunities for growth. When you encounter difficulty, instead of being discouraged, use it as feedback. Learn from it, adapt and adjust your approach. Bold goals teach you to persevere, to push through even when things get tough. This resilience is a critical component of building confidence and courage. You start to believe that no matter what happens, you have the ability to handle whatever comes your way. As you move forward with bold goals, you also learn the importance of being proactive. Rather than waiting for opportunities to present themselves, you take the initiative to create your own. Bold goals require action, and the more action you take, the more momentum you gain. This momentum builds over time, creating a sense of achievement and progress that drives you forward. The more you accomplish, the more confident you become in your ability to achieve even greater things. The journey toward bold goals is not always linear. It can be filled with ups and downs, moments of doubt, and periods of uncertainty. But that's exactly why these goals are so important. The struggle and the progress you make through challenges are what make the eventual success so much more rewarding. Each step, even the difficult ones, becomes a testament to your courage and determination. And with each step, you build unbreakable confidence, because you've proven to yourself time and time again that you can overcome any obstacle. When you set bold goals, you also create a sense of purpose. These goals give you something to strive toward, something that keeps you motivated even on the hardest days. A purpose-driven life is one filled with passion and direction. And when you're driven by purpose, your courage grows because you know that what you're working toward is worth the effort. Bold goals aren't just about achieving something for the sake of achievement. They are about pursuing something that has meaning, something that aligns with your values and aspirations. This sense of purpose amplifies your drive and makes the journey more meaningful. So don't be afraid to set bold goals. Push yourself beyond your limits. Aim for the stars, and be prepared to face the challenges that will come. The process of pursuing these goals will shape you, strengthen you, and build the confidence and courage you need to overcome anything that comes your way. It is through this pursuit that you unlock your true potential, realizing that there are no limits to what you can achieve. Taking consistent action is the key to transforming confidence and courage from abstract concepts into tangible results. The greatest plans, the most well-laid goals, and the most inspiring ideas will not lead to success unless they are followed by action. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of setting goals, visualizing success, and making grand plans. But the real magic happens when you take consistent, purposeful action toward those goals. The truth is, action is what turns your dreams into reality. It's not enough to simply want something. You must be willing to do the work, day in and day out, to achieve it. When you take consistent action, no matter how small the steps may seem, you build momentum. Momentum is the force that drives you forward, even when things get tough. Each action you take, no matter how insignificant it may seem at the moment, compounds over time. What starts as a single step becomes a series of steps, and those steps lead you closer and closer to your goal. The more action you take, the more confident you become. With each small victory, you reinforce your belief that you are capable of achieving even greater things. Confidence doesn't come from wishing or hoping, it comes from doing. It comes from showing up, putting in the effort, and pushing through the discomfort. Consistent action also teaches you the value of persistence. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't happen immediately, or when the path to success isn't as smooth as you envisioned. But success is not a straight line. It's a journey full of obstacles, detours, and challenges. By taking consistent action, you develop the ability to keep moving forward, even when the road gets rough. Persistence builds your mental toughness, a crucial component of unbreakable confidence. When you face difficulties head-on, instead of giving up, you learn that setbacks are not the end of the story. They are just part of the process. By continuing to take action, you prove to yourself that you can overcome anything that stands in your way. One of the biggest barriers to consistent action is fear of failure. Many people hesitate to take action because they're afraid of making mistakes or not succeeding. But the truth is, failure is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. Failure is simply feedback. Every time you fail, you learn something valuable. You learn what doesn't work, and you gain insight into what you can do differently next time. Without failure, there is no growth. Without taking action, there is no opportunity to learn. When you shift your mindset to view failure as a stepping stone rather than a setback, you are more likely to take action, even when the outcome is uncertain. You begin to realize that action, not perfection, is what leads to progress. In addition to the mindset shift, taking consistent action is a powerful way to cultivate discipline. Discipline is the foundation upon which confidence and courage are built. It's easy to start something with enthusiasm, but it's the ability to stay committed to your actions over time that sets successful people apart from those who give up. Discipline means showing up, even on the days when you don't feel like it, when motivation is low, or when you face distractions. It's the ability to keep pushing, even when the excitement wears off. The more disciplined you become in your actions, the more you develop trust in your ability to achieve your goals. This trust, in turn, builds your confidence. When you prove to yourself that you can keep going, even when things are hard, you strengthen your belief that you are capable of achieving anything. Another important aspect of taking consistent action is the clarity it provides. When you are actively working toward a goal, you gain a clearer sense of direction. Each step you take helps you fine-tune your approach, and provides you with valuable insights into what works and what doesn't. Without action, there is no feedback, and without feedback, it's difficult to know how to adjust your strategy. As you move forward with consistent action, you not only make progress but also refine your methods, and gain a deeper understanding of your goals. This clarity enhances your confidence, because it allows you to make informed decisions, and stay focused on what truly matters. Taking consistent action is the key to developing a mindset of success. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when faced with a big goal, but by breaking it down into smaller, manageable steps and taking action every day, you turn an intimidating task into something achievable. You learn to trust the process, to believe in yourself, and to keep going. No matter how many obstacles stand in your way, the more action you take, the more confident you become, and the more courage you build to face challenges head-on. It's this courage and confidence that will carry you through to the finish line, no matter how far off it may seem. Owning your power is one of the most transformative steps in building unbreakable confidence and courage. Many people go through life unaware of their true potential, giving away their power to others, to circumstances, or to self-doubt. The moment you recognize and embrace your inherent power, you begin to unlock the ability to create the life you want and deserve. Power isn't about domination or control over others. It's about realizing that you have the ability to shape your reality, influence your outcomes, and make choices that reflect your worth and vision. It's about knowing that the strength to succeed, to overcome challenges, and to lead a fulfilling life lies within you. To own your power means to take full responsibility for your life and your choices. This isn't about blaming others or making excuses for why things aren't going the way you want them to. It's about understanding that your life is a direct result of the decisions you make. When you fully accept this truth, you stop feeling like a victim of circumstances. Instead, you become empowered by the knowledge that you control how you respond to the world around you. Whether you're facing a setback, dealing with criticism, or pursuing a difficult goal, owning your power means choosing how you react and moving forward with purpose and intention. A crucial part of owning your power is learning to trust yourself. Confidence isn't built by seeking approval from others, or constantly second-guessing your decisions. It's built when you stop doubting your instincts, and start trusting your ability to make the right choices, even when the outcome is uncertain. Trusting yourself means that you acknowledge your strengths, accept your weaknesses, and recognize that you have the capacity to handle whatever comes your way. It's about believing that you have everything within you to overcome obstacles, even if you don't know how just yet. When you trust yourself, you stop looking outside of yourself for validation, and start looking inward for strength and guidance. Owning your power also means recognizing and embracing your unique talents and qualities. Everyone has something special to offer the world, but so often, people downplay their abilities or feel they aren't good enough. The truth is, your power lies in your uniqueness. Whether it's your creativity, your ability to connect with others, your problem-solving skills, or your determination, there is something about you that sets you apart. To own your power, you must stop comparing yourself to others, and start celebrating the qualities that make you who you are. When you embrace your unique strengths, you feel more confident because you know that what you have to offer is valuable. Another aspect of owning your power is setting boundaries. Many people struggle with asserting themselves, especially when it comes to protecting their time, energy, and emotions. By failing to set boundaries, you give away your power to others. You allow people and situations to dictate how you feel and what you do, which ultimately drains your energy and undermines your sense of self-worth. Setting healthy boundaries is an act of self-respect and self-love. It allows you to prioritize your needs and protect your emotional well-being. When you set boundaries, you take control of your life and make it clear that you value yourself enough to protect your time and energy. Owning your power also involves letting go of limiting beliefs. These are the stories you tell yourself about what you can or cannot do, the beliefs that hold you back from reaching your full potential. These beliefs often stem from past experiences, societal conditioning, or the opinions of others. However, they are not the truth. The truth is that you are capable of more than you can imagine. When you release these limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones, you unlock the door to infinite possibilities. Instead of telling yourself that something is impossible, you start telling yourself that you have the power to figure it out, to learn, to grow, and to succeed. Owning your power means giving yourself permission to succeed. Often people subconsciously hold themselves back because they fear success, or believe they don't deserve it. They think they're not good enough, not worthy enough, or not capable of handling the responsibilities that come with success. But success is not reserved for a select few. It is available to anyone who believes they can achieve it. When you own your power, you stop sabotaging your own progress. You take responsibility for your success, knowing that you are worthy of achieving your dreams and goals. The more you own your power, the more confident and courageous you become. You realize that you are not dependent on external validation or approval to feel good about yourself. Your confidence comes from within, from knowing that you are strong, capable, and deserving of success. Courage grows because you are no longer afraid to stand up for yourself.
to go after what you want, and to take risks. By owning your power, you take full control of your life, and that is the ultimate key to building unbreakable confidence and courage. Mastering your inner dialogue is one of the most critical steps in building unbreakable confidence and courage. The way you speak to yourself has an enormous impact on how you view the world, your capabilities, and your potential. Our inner dialogue is the constant stream of thoughts and self-talk that runs through our minds, shaping our beliefs, actions, and even our emotions. Whether we realize it or not, this internal voice plays a significant role in either strengthening or weakening our confidence. When that voice is filled with negativity, self-doubt, and criticism, it becomes an obstacle that holds us back from realizing our true potential. However, when we learn to master our inner dialogue and transform it into a supportive and empowering force, we create a powerful foundation for confidence and courage. The first step in mastering your inner dialogue is to become aware of it. Many people go through life without ever noticing the thoughts that run through their minds. These thoughts can be deeply ingrained and automatic, so much so that they often go unnoticed. However, this internal chatter has a profound effect on how you feel about yourself. It's essential to pay attention to what you're saying to yourself on a daily basis. Are your thoughts supportive and encouraging, or are they filled with criticism and negativity? Are you telling yourself that you're not good enough, that you'll never succeed, or that you're not worthy of your goals? Becoming aware of these negative patterns is the first step in taking control of your inner dialogue. Once you're aware of the negative self-talk, the next step is to challenge it. Negative thoughts often stem from fear, insecurity, or past experiences, but they don't define who you are or what you're capable of. When you notice negative thoughts creeping in, take a moment to question them. Ask yourself, is this thought really true? What evidence do I have to support it? More often than not, the negative thoughts you have about yourself are based on irrational beliefs or outdated assumptions. By challenging these thoughts, you begin to dismantle their power. This process helps you replace limiting beliefs with more empowering ones. For example, instead of telling yourself that you can't achieve something, you can replace that thought with, I may not know how to do this yet, but I am capable of learning and growing. This simple shift in perspective can make a world of difference in how you approach challenges and setbacks. In addition to challenging negative thoughts, it's important to replace them with positive affirmations and empowering self-talk. The way you speak to yourself shapes your beliefs and actions. If you tell yourself that you're not capable, that you're not worthy, or that you're destined for failure, those thoughts will eventually shape your reality. On the other hand, if you speak to yourself with kindness, encouragement, and belief in your abilities, you will start to develop the confidence and courage to pursue your goals. Positive affirmations are a powerful tool in transforming your inner dialogue. These are simple positive statements that reinforce your strengths, abilities, and potential. For example, you can tell yourself, I am capable of overcoming challenges, or I trust in my ability to succeed. Repeating these affirmations daily can help rewire your brain to focus on your strengths, rather than your weaknesses. Another important aspect of mastering your inner dialogue is learning to be kinder to yourself. Too often, we are our own harshest critics. We hold ourselves to impossibly high standards, and beat ourselves up when we fall short. This inner criticism can be paralyzing and can prevent us from taking risks or pursuing our goals. Instead of focusing on your mistakes or shortcomings, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend. When you make a mistake, instead of berating yourself, acknowledge that it's part of the learning process. When you face a setback, remind yourself that setbacks don't define your worth. They are simply opportunities for growth. Being kind to yourself in moments of failure or disappointment helps to build resilience and strengthens your confidence. Finally, mastering your inner dialogue involves practicing gratitude. When you shift your focus to what you're grateful for, you create a more positive and empowering mindset. Gratitude helps you appreciate your progress, your strengths, and the positive aspects of your life. rather than focusing on what's lacking or going wrong. By consistently practicing gratitude, you train your mind to focus on the good, which naturally boosts your confidence and reinforces a positive inner dialogue. Mastering your inner dialogue is not an overnight process, but it's one of the most powerful tools you have in building unbreakable confidence and courage. When you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your life. By challenging negative self-talk, replacing it with positive affirmations, practicing self-compassion, staying present, and cultivating gratitude, you create a mindset that supports your growth and success. This inner shift leads to greater confidence, resilience, and the courage to pursue your dreams, no matter the obstacles in your path. One of the most essential aspects of building unbreakable confidence and courage is learning to embrace discomfort. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens when you push past your limits, when you face the unknown, and when you challenge yourself to step into situations that feel intimidating or unsettling. Too often, people shy away from discomfort because it's uncomfortable, as the name suggests. However, discomfort is a sign of progress. It's a signal that you are on the path to something greater, that you are stretching yourself beyond your current capabilities. To truly develop confidence and courage, you must learn to become comfortable with discomfort and view it as a necessary part of the journey. Embracing discomfort starts with a shift in mindset. Instead of seeing discomfort as something to avoid, begin to see it as a tool for growth. Discomfort isn't a punishment, nor is it a sign that you're failing. It's simply a part of the process of becoming more than you were before. Every time you face discomfort, whether it's in a new challenge, a difficult conversation, or a risky opportunity, you are forced to grow. It's in these moments of discomfort that you develop resilience, learn new skills, and gain the experience that builds unshakable confidence. As you embrace discomfort, you begin to understand that it is not something that holds you back, it is something that propels you forward. The truth is, discomfort is often what separates those who succeed from those who don't. Many people give up when things get tough, because they can't stand the discomfort that comes with pushing themselves beyond their limits. They might feel the fear, the anxiety, or the resistance, and instead of moving through it, they retreat back into the safety of the known. However, success lies on the other side of that discomfort. When you're willing to endure the temporary discomfort of pushing yourself beyond your limits, you open the door to long-term growth and achievement. The more you embrace this discomfort, the easier it becomes to face new challenges, and the more confident you become in your ability to navigate them. Additionally, embracing discomfort helps you develop mental toughness. Mental toughness is the ability to stay focused, determined, and positive even when faced with adversity. It's what allows athletes to push through pain, entrepreneurs to persist through failure, and leaders to stay calm in times of crisis. Mental toughness is built through repeated exposure to discomfort. Every time you face a difficult situation and push through it, you become more resilient. Over time, this resilience turns into an unwavering confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. You begin to trust in your strength and determination, knowing that you can overcome even the toughest of challenges. When you start embracing discomfort, you also begin to understand that growth is a continuous process. Each time you push yourself, you uncover new strengths, abilities, and qualities that you didn't know you had. With every uncomfortable experience, you learn something new about yourself. This continuous growth process not only boosts your confidence, but also reinforces your courage. You begin to trust in your ability to grow, adapt, and rise above any challenge. The more you embrace discomfort, the more you realize that there are no limits to what you can achieve. Over time, as you embrace discomfort more and more, you will begin to see it not as something to fear, but as something to welcome. It will become a sign that you're on the right path, that you're growing, and that you're stepping closer to the person you are meant to become. With each uncomfortable experience, you build a foundation of confidence and courage that is unshakable. Discomfort, rather than being an obstacle, becomes a stepping stone to achieving your goals and living a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. In the journey to building unbreakable confidence and courage, embracing discomfort is not just a challenge to overcome, but a powerful tool for growth. The more we push ourselves outside our comfort zones, the more we unlock our true potential. Discomfort isn't a sign to retreat, it's a signal to move forward and grow stronger. As we become comfortable with discomfort, we build resilience, mental toughness, and the unwavering belief that we can face any obstacle in our path. By mastering our inner dialogue, owning our power, taking consistent action, and embracing discomfort, we create a solid foundation for confidence and courage that cannot be easily shaken. Every step of this journey requires commitment and self-belief, but in the end, it's this very process that shapes us into individuals who are not only capable of achieving their dreams, but unafraid of the challenges that come with them. The power to build unbreakable confidence and courage lies within you. Embrace it, trust it, and watch as you transform into the person you were always meant to be.